Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You are welcome to Davido's Entertainment. Here we give you hot gist of everything that's happening in Nigeria and Africa and the world at large. Please, if you're new to me, where to hit the subscribe button and bell and also the like so as to stay updated with the times. My name is John Gello. I am an entertainment enthusiast, and as you know, I vlog. We got this news. It's like a terrible news. Well, is it terrible or good? But just listen to the news that a pastor shares terrifying prophecy about singer Davido. A yet to be identified prophet or pastor has shared a shocking prophecy about popular Nigerian singer David Adeleke, popularly known as Davido. According to the clergyman, there's an impending danger as he stated that the DMW boss will be poisoned by someone living in his house. He revealed that God has shown him the vision multiple times and he has prayed to avert it, but God told him that it will come to pass regardless. So who claims he has never seen Davido before relate the vision to his congregation. During the preaching, the pastor said, I told you about one singer, Davido. They will poison him. I don't know him, and I have never seen him in my life. They will put something in his drink. He will be rushed to the hospital, will be admitted and unconscious. A person that will poison him is sleeping in his house. Just watch the video of the pastor prophesying what will happen to Davido.
I told you about one singer called Davido, Abi. They will poison him. I don't know him. I've never seen him in my life. But they will put something inside his drink. He'll be rushed to the hospital. He'll be admitted. He'll be unconscious. I've been dealing with it in prayer, but the Lord said it will happen. And the person that will poison him is sleeping in his house.
We've heard it from the horse's mouth. We've heard it from the pastor that Davido will be poisoned by someone sleeping in his house. You know the problem in this country? For me, the biggest problem we are having in Nigeria is religion and politics. These religious leaders, they are not helping matters at all. Nobody prophesied about Twitter ban, and you know what has happened? So many content creators, because that is where some people make money. Some people earn a living via Twitter. That is where they post their stuff, they sell stuff. I mean, they tell us, they give us information about what is about to what is happening somewhere in the world and stuff. But no pastor, to my knowledge, told us anything about Twitter ban, and people have lost money. From the report I just read that about in the past 3 days, because Twitter was banned on Sunday. Yeah, since Twitter was banned in this country, that Nigerians have lost about 7 billion naira and counting. People have been losing money, and nobody, no man of God prophesied anything, to my knowledge anyway. Apart from that, we'll be hearing stuff about kidnappings, like what happened recently at the Griffith University in Kaduna, where people are paying ransoms of, there was this man that came on air and told us he paid about 150 million naira for his wife to be released. Before that happened, no pastor told us anything about that. Why is it that these pastors don't concentrate on things that bother the masses? This guy is not telling them he has never met Davido, that he saw it in his vision and he has prayed. And even after prayer, God worried it will definitely come to pass. It's like the equation, no balance at all. We don't even know what is happening again in this country. We don't even know who to believe. And remember, during the presidential election, let's start from our country, Nigeria. During the presidential election, so many pastors came up and said Buhari will not win the election. But guess what? Buhari is now the president of Nigeria. He's serving his second term in office. Let us move on to the United States of America. During the last election that happened in the United States of America, where President Joe Biden won, most pastors in Nigeria told us Joe Biden will not win the election, that Donald Trump will win the election, because most of them were against Joe Biden, that he supports LGBTQ. But right now, Joe Biden has won the election, and after winning, some of them were saying that there was a rig, that Joe Biden rigged the election. How can you rig an election when an incumbent president is contesting against? I mean, when you are contesting against an incumbent president, you rig the election. And the pastors now said that there was a rig, that's why Joe Biden won. Are you trying to tell us that if God has ordained something, that this thing will happen, somebody can change it? Is that possible? I mean, what's really happening to these religious leaders? Well, they just keep getting people confused in the country, and they have so many followers, millions of followers. We'll be hearing stories of religious leaders who own private jets, and their loyalists or their followers go around trekking, paying tithes. What is really happening? Well, That is my take anyway. I don't know about your take. Don't forget to drop your comment below. Still talking about these pastor issues. There's this pastor that came online and said, if you use VPN, which is Virtual Private Network, to access Twitter, you have sinned against God. Pastor Ego, that's what he tells Christians, that if anybody is using Twitter or VPN to access Twitter, because the federal government has banned access to Twitter to Nigeria, to everybody that is living in Nigeria, that if you are bypassing or using the Virtual Private Network to access Twitter, that you have sinned against God. In other words, if anybody does that, the person will go to hell. That came from the desk of Pastor Ego. To tell you there's no balance between these pastors. Is it that they are worshiping different God? They're talking about this Twitter. Nigerian pastors, Adeboye of the RCCG and Pastor Kumuyi of the Deeper Life Bible Church gives reason why they are defying the Twitter suspension imposed by the federal government. Meanwhile, the Pastor Ego is saying anybody that is defying what the federal government has said will go to hellfire. That the person is sinning against God. According to Pastor Adeboye, he said the Redeemed Christian Church of God is domiciled in more than 170 nations and territories. These tweets here are in accordance to Article 19 of the United Nations Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Also, from the desk of Pastor William F. Kumuyi, he said, in view of the Twitter ban in Nigeria, please note that the content shared on this handle is targeted at a global audience in more than 5 countries. They are saying tweeting. Men of God are tweeting. And another man of God is telling us that if you tweet, that it is a sin against God. What is really happening? Is it that they are worshiping different gods? Because some pastors will now tell you this guy will win this election. Like, for instance, from the election I just mentioned, the election that happened in the United States of America, there were some pastors that were in support of Donald Trump. They said Donald Trump will win. Donald Trump didn't win. Some were in support of Joe Biden. They said Joe Biden will win, and he won. I mean, this thing is like playing bets, Niger. It's either a win or lose. Well, what are your thoughts on that anyway? Is it appropriate for men of God to be tweeting from what the other pastors say, that if you are using Twitter when the government has imposed a ban on Twitter in Nigeria, you are sinning against God, and sinning against God, you know what it means, that the person will go to hellfire? Is it trying to tell us that these other pastors will go to hellfire? What is really happening? Everybody has something to say. Some people are okay with what is happening. Some are not okay with what is happening. Everybody is. The basic truth is that we are all humans. And in Nigeria, we are practicing democracy. Everybody has a right to say whatever he feels like saying. We have freedom of expression, so you can express yourself. Whatever you say, you are right. If whatever your thoughts are, please don't forget to drop that comment below. Let us move on from the presidency issue or the Twitter issue. Let us move on to something to entertain, because that is the only thing that has been giving us joy in this country. Tems grabs BET Awards nomination for Best New International Act. Congratulations to you, Tems. That song, Essence, you did with Wizkid is lit. That is the song of the summer. It's been trending globally. You guys are doing very well. Congratulations to you, Tems. I mean, we hope you win the award. Still talking about the BET Award, we got this news. It's like a terrible news that BET disqualified Diamond Platnumz from BET Awards 2021 because he was nominated for Best International Act. Other people on the list, 2 people from Nigeria were also nominated on that list. Wizkid, his album Made in Lagos, was nominated, and Burna Boy too, Twice As Tall, was nominated for the Best International Act, and Diamond Platnumz was also on the list, but he has been disqualified. According to reports, a session of Tanzanians on Twitter have launched an online petition to have singer Diamond Platnumz disqualified from the 2021 BET Awards. The Tanzanian music star was nominated in the Best International Act category alongside other African heavyweights. The petitioners accused Diamond of actively and publicly supporting disease Magufeli's regime, but remaining silent where fellow Tanzanian artists were imprisoned and abducted in 2017 to 2018 over video clips deemed obscene by the authorities. Over 17,000 people have signed the petition. Wow. It reads, "This is a call to BET Awards hosted and produced by Black Entertainment Television to disqualify Diamond Platnumz." Platnumz is a world-renowned Tanzanian music artist who uses his popularity and his talent to whitewash and deodorize the brutal repression of the late dictator John Magufuli and his regime. Thank you very much for watching Journalist Entertainment. We hope you're entertained. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the bell, and also like, so as to stay updated with the time. Take care of yourself and have a lovely day.